I always joke with my mother. Mother's Day. Mother's Day every day in our house. ...2007 March. Marrakesh. 2007 March. Wearing the same outfit. Let me see pictures of me. It's Marrakesh too. Whether it's the same time, I don't know. That hat was mine. I wore that hat on a cotton field when I worked on a cotton field. In Byronshire earlier, but especially Mullumbimby, people come up to me and say, "You live at Noah, with Noah, in the commune. You're Desmond." I said, "How do you know?" He said, well, they would say, at the time I'm thinking of, I was in the queue at the post office, and they went, "Long dark hair, bright red shoes, bright red hat. It's hard to miss your son." Right, what are we doing? Father's Day. dad, well, you must know he's got a didactic memory, which is a shame for him because it means he can't read a book twice. And he's very funny. And he worked as a coal miner. Respect. Although when he first moved to England, he worked as a baker. In a bakery, sorry. Mildly hilarious. My dad can't cook. Actually, that's not fair. My dad has a pudding with every meal. God willing. And, but I mean, like, you know, you can heat things like most people can nowadays, but never hear a bad word about mum's cooking and housekeeping, not surprisingly. And, but apart from very good with jokes, although most of them are unrepeatable, because the 70s were a different time. And clearly he wanted to go to see Greece in 1978 when it came to England. And Mum went through the roof. It's not suitable for 6-year-old and 9-year-old Catholic school children. Premarital sex, unwanted pregnancies, etc. I just fell in love with Olivia Newton-John. And I remember walking down Carcroft Cinema, a very big place, Carcroft, and it's the next village along. So around the area, well, Skello and Carcroft, it's hard to tell where one starts and one ends, so you're kind of from both. Kevin Keegan is from that area. And anyway, we went down the stairs to watch Grease, and it had just a big picture of a shark all on the ceiling of the narrow staircase going down. It was amazing to see this big Jaws. No, I saw that when it came on television. We had a television by then. And, oh no, didn't have a television for most of his childhood. Yeah, it was brilliant. We listened to music, Billy Connolly records. Age about 17 or 16, I went to a independent music shop in Doncaster and said, look, where are the Billy Connolly tapes where there's no swearing? And the guy just started laughing. He said, there are none. I said, there have to be. I said, because Mum was really strict and we listened to him all the time as a child. I think it was Michael who gave Elizabeth the tape with the crucifixion on and went, don't tell anyone. Walkmans existed then. I used to get told off for listening to Mozart's Requiem on my Walkman between the two schools. I was 16 by then. In fact, I left soon afterwards. Dad. Yeah, so as well as being brilliant at spotting any mistake in any game, Chinese patience being his favourite, he was very good at, he taught me how to cheat when you choose. I did it. It's the same technique I did to Stephen outside the house when I said, do you want me to show you how I do it, or do you just want to go with the ride? He went, I'll go with the ride. And at the end I said, do you feel that you picked that? It's simple. Whatever card you've got at the bottom of the deck, you give people choices. There's 4 suits, pick 2. They pick the one you want, you picked it. If they didn't pick the one you want, well, that leaves the other 2. And you just, it's almost like Socratean thought process, except you use it to heads I win, tails you lose. And I did like him singing Celtic songs and things, telling stories and more. I've played piano, haven't I? Yeah. Thank you, Bart. Oh, yeah. See what you mean. It was a day like any other, full of possibilities and a new beginning. Yes. I don't think that's how you spell beginning. 2005. Bling! Jamie, the North Star. Bling appeared Jamie, the North Star, for he knew that today, unlike any other, he felt certain Wu would appear. That makes a change. Since 2005, the relationship between Wu and the North Star has become more comical. It was always comical. My form of showing my love and gently satirising Jamie. Well, stars are quite funny about stars. Other stars. Did someone say star? Said Jamie. A little star, said the children. Oh, a little star. And although Jamie was feeling a little better that he was only a little star, all the same, there's only one star around here, and that's the North. Jamie North is a real person, and he is a star.